Ladies and gentlemen, Premier Boxing Champions presents the FS1 featured attraction brought to you by TGB Promotions. This bout is sanctioned by the WBA, the president, Gilberto Jesus Mendoza. Judging at ringside, Rudy Barragan, Alejandro Rochin, and Zachary Young. All right, fans, here we go. A battle of undefeated knockout artists. 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for a vacant WBA Cruiserweight World Title Eliminator. Introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red trunks with black trim, hailing from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He weighed in at 193 1/2 pounds. Undefeated in his campaign, 14 wins, no losses, 13 big wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the hard-hitting and undefeated world-ranked contender, introducing the equalizer, Deon Nicholson. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, this world title eliminator, wearing black trunks with white trim, fighting out of Houston by way of Nigeria. He weighed in at 198 1/4 pounds, also undefeated with a perfect record of 10 wins, no losses. All 10 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the undefeated world-ranked knockout artist, introducing the Nigerian pitbull, Efetobor Apochi. And a referee in charge now to give instructions, Jerry Cantu.
First of all, your trunk's a little bit high, so right around here is still legal. Gentlemen, you are given your instructions in the dressing room. I want a good, clean, hard fight. You will obey my commands at all times. You touch them up, good luck to both of you. 12 rounds, gentlemen.
It's an interesting clash. You could feel the drama there for a moment. Closed captioning is available for tonight's telecast. If you'd like to hear the broadcast in Spanish, you can click over to the simulcast on the Fox Deportes app. Tail of the tape, Efetobor Apochi is 33 years old. Deon Nicholson is 30, so no more time to waste, but that is interesting in and of itself. 10-0, 10 KOs for Apochi, 14-0, 13 KOs for Deon Nicholson. Gonna get underway right now. Lennox Lewis, this is, I mentioned to Deon Nicholson, hey, this is a step up in class for you. And he said, yeah, but he quickly added, it's a step up for him too. So this should be interesting.
Yeah, I think this fight's gonna be filled with fireworks. These guys are great punchers. Nicholson is a great mover, good reaction. And F.A., oh, he's strong and he's powerful when he comes ahead.
Nicholson out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He is, again, that's the home of former heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder. Joe Goosney said he was inspired to fight by Deontay Wilder, and we certainly hope to see him up there and making Tuscaloosa proud. This should be a good fight.
Yeah, look, both guys are knockout artists. That's the bottom line. Effie with 10 out of 10, and Deon Nicholson, I think, what, 13 out of 14, 12 out of 13? Yeah. And the difference is that I think F.A. Apache is a little bit more of a pressure fighter and a one-puncher, where Nicholson, I think, will put combinations together a little bit more, and he's more of a classic boxer puncher. So this should prove interesting and see who can force their will on the other guy.
Yeah, there's new territory for both fighters. You see Apochi moves his head well already. He's able to slip some shots. Nicholson lands a right hand, partially landed on the gloves, but both guys trying to figure out what's happening right now as they both have, again, stepped up and now in a title eliminator. And it should be interesting over these next few rounds.
Yeah, Apochi is the kind of guy that, Apochi is the kind of guy that really comes ahead. He really wants to land his punches, and he's looking for a way to land his punches. Once he starts landing that jab, the other punches are going to follow.
Now, it's worth noting, Lennox, that they both have one common opponent, and that was a guy named Earl Newman, a very good fighter, and Efetobor Apochi stopped him in 7, and Deon Nicholson went to a decision with him. So there's the one common opponent they have.
Yes.
See the wild right hand from Apochi. Ronnie Shields trains Apochi, and he thinks he's 2 fights away from a title shot. Cruiserweight, Joe, is a little more wide open, isn't it? I mean, if you're 200 pounds, there's a little more room to move.
It really is, and it has been normally. But look, I mean, right now, these guys are hitting like heavyweights. Apochi just landed a really solid punch, and I'm surprised how well Nicholson took it, Brian.
And Nicholson, you know, one of my pet peeves with him is that he keeps his head a little bit more too straight in the middle of it. He needs to move it a little bit more to side so he doesn't get hit with these wild shots.
Nicholson with a body shot. Apochi made a grimace there. Thought that was a little low.
Yeah.
It's possible Jerry Cantu with a slight warning.
Anytime you get a grimace, you know it was low. You know he felt it.
Oh, right there. See, that's right on the belt line, though.
Someone's headset.
That's right on the belt line. He's touching Apochi, and Cantu let that go.
Good first round. Unbeaten cruiserweights in a title eliminator. Round two, Efetobor Apochi in the black trunks out of Nigeria, now living in Houston. Deon Nicholson out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, inspired by Deontay Wilder. In the red trunks, it was a good first round, but Apochi is an interesting man to speak to this week. He was telling us, look, I want to win the world title, I want to unify. The dream is strong in me. He said his late father said, you don't see it, but I do. His father, Isaac, passed away in 2016. But he said, this is not a mistake that my father told me this, and I believe I will be Lennox world champion. How about that?
Yeah, he's excited about it. And, you know, talking to him, this is the way you got to feel if you want to be the champion. You know, you got to talk big and you got to, you know, have that confidence. And he has a lot of confidence when I was speaking with him.
Nicholson trying the body shot there. Lennox, when did it first dawn on you that you could be a world champion, or did you always have that?
You know, I didn't really know that I would be, but I wanted to be, and all I knew is really if I worked hard, I would have reached it. I would reach there. Oh, this is a good punch. He got caught with a great punch, Nicholson, and he held on.
Yeah, but in the meantime, Jerry Cantu did not call that a knockdown. Even the guy hit with the straight right hand, then Apochi followed up with a right uppercut, which is really what hurt Nicholson. And Nicholson is still stunned right now, and he may get knocked out if he doesn't watch it.
Nicholson needs to keep his hands a lot higher. Apochi is a boxer that can sense when you're hurt, and I think he senses it a little bit right now, so he's trying to land that right hand.
Nicholson a little more stationary. Jerry Cantu did the right thing. I didn't think that was a knockdown. Although, Joe, you're right. He was hurt prior to that. Then he got thrown down.
I agree. That's exactly what happened.
Well, the right hand from Apochi. Nicholson trying to fight back. Takes an uppercut. Good shot by Apochi again, and he follows up with a double jab.
Yeah.
Now he's looking to hold on. Nicholson is hurt, trying to close the gap, and does not want to be trading with Apochi.
Yeah, Nicholson needs to move a little bit and keep his hands up and focus on defense a little bit.
You know, sometimes when you're buzzed like this, you forget what you should be doing, and that's exactly what's happening right here. He's really on survival
right hand to the
right
side.
Now.
Yeah, that right hand, Joe, to the side of the head from Apochi. That sent him reeling again. Nicholson now is slowing down quite a bit. He is hurt. Staggers as he just tries to move back. Apochi is close. Hard hook, uppercut, and down he goes.
He may wave this off if he doesn't look right.
6, 7, 8. Over here. Over here. You ready to go? You ready to go? Yeah. Go!
He doesn't look
Nicholson is not on solid legs. No, he is not. Cantu gives him another chance to try to clear his head, but he does not look good. Apochi now has 22 seconds to try to finish this off. Hard right hand.
Nicholson is
body shot. Nicholson stumbling around the ring, just trying to survive this round. He hears the 10-second clock, knows he's close. Apochi trying to close the show. Whoa, and those were well after the bell. Those two shots clearly after the bell. And I know we're all watching this, fellas, thinking, should this continue? It does not look good for Nicholson right now. Here's that right hand earlier.
By Apochi.
Here's
an uppercut. Here's a good right hook. And he's trying to get him, but he's, you know, Nicholson held on and did the smart thing, stayed close to Apochi. Oh, good left hook, good uppercut. Followed with another uppercut.
Yeah, here's the next sequence right here. Again, he goes to the uppercut, Apochi, double uppercut. And look, there's where Nicholson just lost all balance. His arms were flailing in every direction. That's when you know a guy's hurt, when they don't put their hands out to stop the fall. And here we go. Here's just a look, a right hand that you could see coming a mile away, but Nicholson was so hurt, he couldn't do anything about it.
Nicholson going down for the first time in his career, multiple times in that second round. We start round 3. You wonder how much Deon Nicholson is able to clear his head.
Yeah, Nicholson.
Right there again. First time he's been down.
Nicholson needs to
immediately
move.
Combinations from Apochi. And a hard body shot. Jerry. He is not right. Just absorbing clean shots to the head.
Jerry Cantu, Brian, might stop this fight, even if Nicholson doesn't go down again.
Yeah, I think he will.
Nicholson's corner. Again, we talk about this a lot, guys. At a certain point, you wonder if your corner wants you to be out there and getting hit like that.
Yeah, there's movement.
That's normally the first line of defense before the referee rises to the occasion.
Nicholson does not look on steady legs. He needs to at least move, keep his hands up, or at least the corner needs to take a look at him because he's going to get hurt right now.
Yeah, it's target practice right now for Efe Apochi.
It really is, Brian.
Nicholson showing toughness. On the right hand, and down he goes. Jerry Cantu might waive that. No, he's going to count.
You see the commissioners downstairs, ringside, the doctors, they're looking at him. That's it. He stopped it.
That is it. It's over, and rightly so.
Oh, yeah.
Big knockout win for that man, Efe Apochi. Again, that was a 14-0 fighter he was facing, and he just beat him down. Impressive display, and also Lennox Joe, just a full repertoire of punches and combinations.
Yeah, he threw some great punches in there, and you know, people at home can see the punches, but they don't see the effects, but the effects are right there in front of you by the way Nicholson reacted. He reacted like he was drunk, and yeah, good power by Efe.
Well, there's a reason.
Apochi saying, hey, the power is real, fellas, and I agree with that. There's a 200-pounder. He's 33 years old. The time is now, but he is close to a title challenge, and the power indeed is real.
Every punch was a power punch, Brian.
Tenth knockout before the end of the 4th round. Efe Apochi making his claim in the cruiserweight division. And just an impressive knockout win. Deon Nicholson did everything he could trying to clear his head. He could not. Here, an impressive performance by Efe Apochi, who's a rising cruiserweight. Hopes to get a title shot soon, according to his trainer, Ronnie Shields, and he certainly looked like it tonight. A 3rd round knockout. Let's get the official call with Jimmy Lennon Jr. in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute, 12 seconds in round number 3. He is the winner of the WBA Cruiserweight World Title Eliminator. He is still undefeated with a perfect knockout record. Introducing the Nigerian Pitbull, Efetobor Apochi.
Efe Apochi. Joe Goosen, your thoughts on Apochi as he climbs up and maybe gets a shot at a belt very soon?
Some guys have great knockout records, and you get them in the ring, and they're a little disappointment. This guy is a real knockout puncher. Every one of those 10, now 11 knockouts that he's gotten, it's because he really can punch hard.
Take a look at the CompuBox stats. The punches thrown and landed. And you see right there, 93-33 for Apochi. He was just busier. And again, Nicholson came in. He's an undefeated fighter. He wanted to see where he stood as well. Power punches in this, Joe, you mentioned, 53-12 in favor of Efe Apochi. Lennox, your thoughts on the 33-year-old? He's a rising guy. He's not young, but he's rising. Your thoughts on Apochi and the future?
Hey, I thought he boxed well. He kept his hands up really nice, and he threw some nice power shots. And let me tell you, he did a great job out there, and I'm proud of him.
Ronnie.
Efe, he wanted to come over to you, Lennox.
Yes, yeah, of course.
That's terrific. There's Efe Apochi. Wanted to stop by the heavyweight champ, and now he's with Heidi Androl. Heidi?
Well, we should have just let Lennox do the interview over there. Efe, congratulations to you. You know, Joe Goosen just said something really interesting. He said, sometimes we see guys with undefeated records, but they aren't necessarily the power punchers. Tonight, you showed that you most definitely are the real deal. When did you know know in this fight that you were gonna walk away with that knockout?
After the first round, I said to Ronnie in the corner, I said, he's gonna quit. Ronnie said, I know, make him quit. I said, yeah, he's gonna quit. I saw it in his eyes. You know, when I punched this dude, you know, some big right hand, and I saw his eyes going in and out. He's just a tough guy, he just wanna be there. But toughness will get you hurt.
Yes, you know, you showed the variety in your arsenal tonight. You also, you know, definitely have that confidence. But when you dropped him, that's something no one's been able to do before. How much more confidence did that give you?
I've always been confident, you know, in my life. So I was a street fighter before I became a boxer. So all my life has been fighting. So the confidence is just there. You know, it's not something to build. I hear people say, oh, the confidence is building up. No, it's there. I was born with this confidence. I was a born fighter. The confidence has been there all my life. I know I just get better with every fight. You know, right from when I started boxing, from my first fight to my second, third, fourth, fifth fight, I see the transformation, and I know I can only get better.
Where do you feel as though you've evolved the most as a fighter?
Say that again?
Where do you feel as though you have evolved the most as a boxer?
I think after my last fight, I saw the power. You know, I don't know how to explain this. Like, there's a spirit in me that is busting out every single time. Even in the gym, Ronnie be seeing it every day. Ronnie, people don't know me. Only Ronnie know me. People just think.
Well, people are going to know you now, Efe. That's
yeah,
for sure.
Ronnie know me, but people don't know me. So Ronnie's been telling me, Tobo, if you listen to me, you're going to be a world champion. And when I look into his eyes, when Ronnie is a master of the sport, so when a master of the sport is telling you that you have something that is special, I have to accept that and take it and use it.
Yeah, absolutely. You most definitely did that tonight. You said having the corner is key. You've talked about Ronnie. What is next for this duo?
This is an elimination, isn't it?
Yes.
Where is the title?
All right.
That's what we're talking about. Bring it on.
All right.
I want the strap.